For former Chief Shane Godfredson, it's a moment to reflect and celebrate.
Very humbled and honored that, we come to this resolution.
A $2.8 billion settlement between the federal government and 325 First Nations. 10 years after he first launched a class action lawsuit seeking reparations for harms done by Canada's residential school system.
It just goes to show, too, as First Nations governments, when we work together, great things can happen.
The announcement is actually the second settlement in the Godfredson case. This one provides reparations for the loss of language and culture as a result of residential schools.
What it can do is help address the collective harm caused by Canada's past, a deeply colonial one.
A federal court still has to approve the new settlement. Once it does, an initial lump sum payment of $200,000 will be made to each of the 325 First Nations. $2.8 billion will be placed in a trust fund that will operate for 20 years. The fund will be governed by a board of 9 Indigenous directors. Still, the work ahead won't be easy, says this Indigenous languages expert.
At the moment, there is not one university in Canada in which a First Nations or an Indigenous language teacher can gain credentials and gain the knowledge they need to be able to teach. There needs to be a real organized way of being able to support the people with the proper kind of resources that are needed to do the work.
But for now, she says, this is mostly good news for Indigenous people, a view shared by Shane Godfredson.
Now it's our time to start turning, our way of life around to be, learn our languages and our culture. So exciting times, definitely.
A chance to recover cultures once stripped away. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.